Good evening, everyone. It's Norm and Peggy's with me.
Hi.
We're down here at the end of the driveway. I have put lights on our split rail fence like I usually do each year.
But you even doubled up on them this year to make them thicker yet. It looks good.
Well, what happened is the purple lights are closer together. And when I put a string on the orange ones, they were more sparse.
Good word. Yep.
So what I did was I went out and I bought another row of orange and added to it to make it look even.
Looks good.
Yeah, crazy little things like that make a big difference. Our grasses are doing pretty good here. You can see them kind of from the reflection of the lights. And we have these solar lights on these pumpkin heads, and they charge up every
Solar
day.
lanterns
On the lanterns, yeah.
for your yard.
So that makes them glow. I've been doing that for years, and everybody gets a big kick out of it. And this guy even has a big smiley face. And then over here, we've got our scarecrow. He's all set to watch the cars go by every day, night. Got some pumpkins down here. This guy, Peggy helped me make this dude.
Several years back.
Yeah, he's got a few more years on him.
But you replaced his overalls?
Yeah, I bought him some new bib overalls this year.
Because he fades.
Yeah, they kind of fade. And I also have some ghosts that...
Oh yeah, you don't have your ghosts running right
well,
now.
I didn't put them out just yet because I was waiting to closer to Halloween.
Right. They're
And
fun.
we're at the beginning of October here.
Yeah, so we just want to get the display window done tonight.
Yeah, I like this reflection of the
Fence lighting?
his hand
Oh,
there
him.
on the
The
siding.
scarecrow.
Looks kind of
Oh,
spooky.
he looks huge.
Yeah, look at that big head.
Oh wow, look at his hair up on the gutters. No, that's the hat.
Yeah, that's the hat.
Oh, that's fine.
Fuzzy hat. Now that hydrangea is looking kind of
Well,
sad.
that gets fall looking.
Yep.
We leave it.
We got a pumpkin with a bunch of warts on it down below.
We leave the
Got the shed in back
hydrangea
lit up with LED lights.
all winter.
I put purple lights around the post. Peggy's got a...
You can put your camera light on. If we can, yeah.
yeah, there
to
we
show
go.
this really big windsock. I thrifted it actually years ago, and he's held up real well.
Yeah, that's a long one.
I stuffed his head because it just keeps its form way better. With plastic bags,
Right.
it works well because the rain can go right through.
We're looking at the new window that Peggy helped me design. And I got a siren in the background, so that makes it eerie, spooky.
And a crummy fly just got in there.
Yeah, we got a fly flying around inside there, but
I hope the cat catches it. They're good at catching flies. I tried to talk Norm into using some jack-o'-lanterns because he just purchased those two deep orange, creepy, well-lit. They're plastic, right?
yes, they are.
Very unusual new creepy jack-o'-lanterns in Jordan, Minnesota. It's on the way to see my sister a couple weeks ago.
Yep, Watertown Antiques, I think it was called.
Yeah, they've really expanded and they have a lot of really great things. As a matter of fact, we have some video clips we could put in here
I do.
showing you looking at all the Halloween blow molds they have.
Yeah, they expanded the size of the store quite a bit, and
Boy, did they have blow molds.
someone just had a ton of Halloween
Vintage.
items, and I bought these two heads, the guys with the big nose.
Because he wanted something unique and different for you guys to see. And I wanted to add to it with an outdoor look of the owl a couple owls there that worked out for us. And the cat we decided to purchase, it was half price at Michael's this week. Or was it even more than that? Was half price up?
60% off.
60.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not ceramic, and it's just like the mice here, or rats, whatever you want to call them. I guess we'll call them biggie rats. And you've seen Norm's guy in front here that's so creepy. We got him, several years ago.
A couple years ago now, yeah.
In downtown Hopkins at Hopkins on Main Street.
He's got such spooky eyes, and
Norm has
his
had him
mouth.
blinking. Norm's had him blinking before, but
yeah.
that wasn't important to me. We decided that this was going to be, I hate that fly in there. He must be driving them all crazy. It's kind of creepy, isn't it? I mean, it turned out
I was going to
creepy.
open the back door and get him out, but Peggy said, "Oh, what the heck?"
He said, "I'll get it out." I said, "Oh, leave it." So we decided to use several ceramic jack-o'-lanterns that are extra that I had in the house that I didn't need for the living room. I said, "Norm, you can use these 3 because they do light up with the cords and the bulbs." And my owl, he does have a light in there, but his eyes are not lit up quite as well with this bright light on
Yeah,
him.
with a lit up
They are
room,
lit.
it's
They are
not
lit.
illuminating his eyeballs at all.
That is a vintage TV lamp that I have shown everybody before in videos, but I put those vintage owl eyes in him because I did want to light him up. We have shared those spiders that are either decorative on both sides. We've used those before in Norm's windows, but I asked him to use some of my bell spiders. I didn't have them in the front entrance this year. In that first video of our front entrance, I had
Got one
some
down here, yeah.
black spider votives instead. Oh, I hate that fly in there. They just bug you so bad. Flies are got to be the most annoying.
I told Peggy I'd get them out.
They're more
but
annoying than mosquitoes are.
They are, yeah.
Oh, I can't stand them. I just think they're yucky.
But these heads,
Good. Stay
this
up on the glass.
this guy's head with big nose,
Yeah, he's really.
and one of the big smile and big nose over here were really, really unique.
Yeah, I wonder.
That antique shop had them, and there was a woman who had a booth there with a lot of really, really great
Oh yeah, it was a huge
Halloween stuff.
area of their store. So that was fun, but we'll put a little video clip in to show you what Norm was looking at there.
We're in the corner antique shop in Jordan, Minnesota. And boy, they really got the Halloween stuff here. Lots of good stuff. But there's 2 particular ones. Well, I like these too, these honeycomb ones. I've got that one. That's kind of nice for $10. I'm kind of partial to these 2 over here for $45 each. This one here with the big nose. And this one down here with the big nose. They'd really look good in my Halloween window, so I'm looking for something special. We used to have that Santa Claus up there. And that is, well, $289 now.
So I think this is fun. What I did was, Norm was a little stumped on what to use for the background cloth. So I gave him that back piece tablecloth. I said, why don't you use this, because it is dark and it's quite fun with the shiny spider pattern on it. It was only a little square one. I used it in last year's video, probably on the kitchen table. I'm not sure, but I think I did. And so he was happy to use that. And then I started complaining about the white sidewalls. I really wanted him to darken them up. So this was another, maybe a Michael's it's a little tablecloth that's scalloped on the bottom.
Yeah, it was.
The lacy.
I cut it in half.
Yeah, I
to
said
get it
go
to fit.
ahead. Go ahead and cut it in half.
Made two rectangular sides.
Yeah, we didn't need it.
And just put some hooks up there to hang it.
This was more fun to use it in here.
Yeah,
than
it
for
decorates up the sides quite a bit more.
a tablecloth. So then I started giving him my more decorative spiders because I didn't want to be too creepy. But then he had to go and throw that silly bat, bony bat in up there.
She didn't like my bat.
This is going to be my idea then.
It was 2 years ago I had used the Rosbro items that I have.
Yeah,
So I kind of missed that again. I was looking back at our history of our windows on the computer.
So I really like how this turned out. And
Yeah, that's nice.
If you show it back up and show it, more like what the neighbors would see when they're driving by, I think it's really striking with the black background and all that orange. I think it turned out really fun. I like it. I like maybe the more simpler look like this with big pieces. That's the way I tend to decorate, but Norm's really misses those really cool Halloween Rosbro toys, and he'd like to do something with that, so we'll see what we can come up with, right?
I think we will, yeah.
You're gonna have fun.
We have a sign down on the boulevard, so when people are walking by, they can see a notification that there's a Halloween window up here.
And inviting them to come
And
up
to, invite them, come on up and take a look at it when it's lit up in the evening. And a lot of people do it.
Yep.
So it's kind of nice. We haven't run into anybody.
Norm has a reputation now with the neighbors.
Yeah. But anyway, it's fun. And Peggy came up with this idea. I really like it.
Yeah. Okay, downstairs in the stairwell here is the little, very shallow shadow box that we found at Wild Vintage Collective. I probably mentioned in a previous showing of this that I wasn't real crazy about the dark stain it had on it. It was your typical oak furniture stain on it, and I just didn't like the wood grain being busier, so I had talked to Norm for the past couple years about the project of taking the clock out of the middle, because I decided I didn't care for that either. I wanted to use that middle section, the biggest square. So this spring or early summer, I did go over to Menards with him and I picked out this color. I think, yeah, it is a Rust-Oleum again, the 2X spray cans, and I believe it's called Khaki. I wanted to try to blend with our woodwork and walls as much as possible. I wanted something nice and warm, but light colored. It's been fun, and I'm appreciative to Norm for turning it over and taping this paper on the back. I didn't want a mirror on the back. We didn't want to fuss that much with this particular shelf, but I'm very happy to use the middle section now. Didn't really need the clock. So I hope you like it this way. I put just a few little things on top. I don't know why, I always feel it looks a little bit bare if I completely keep it empty on the very top edge. So a lot of these things, probably most of them, you've already seen. I've had that really cute little pumpkin that I've seen before, and people have called it vintage. But yeah, it's Taiwan. This is a occupied Japan owl vase. I've shared it many times and put a little bit of foliage in it. Just a little sprig is fun. I could have done that. I like a lot of these that are hobbyist or Taiwan pieces. This is a fancy one, actually. So this is Party Light. Yeah, it's pretty fancy. A bisque finish on it, but he's pretty cute. Down here, I've shown you a set of 3 of these tumbling ghosts. The other one is on the top little opening up here, down at the bottom there. I mean, the far end. But this thing in the middle is so cute. I'm gonna see what I can see on the bottom. I think I read Hong Kong. Yep, made in Hong Kong. So this is a really sweet little older toy. I don't recall when we found that because I didn't have it in last year's decor. I just found it in our bin, so might have been a late purchase. Really cute. This guy I may have shared, I don't know, he's pretty new. I did paint him a little differently. He had yellow pants, yellow and green striped. I didn't really care for that very much, but I think he's really fun, very tiny. I was fortunate, and well, Norm and I both, to receive so many very wonderful hobbyist pieces sent by Donna Rainwater, such a lovely gal that we've enjoyed talking to. She's one of our biggest supporters and sent us this huge box of all of these big and tiny hobbyist pieces for Halloween that are just adorable, and I'll be showing you all of them. They're in various rooms, and her name was Marla, so we really appreciate her wonderful work and thank her and Donna so much for gifting us so many great Halloween items that we really like. We like the hobbyist ones. This is really cute, and I didn't show this last year either, so it's probably something Norm picked up. Yeah, it's got writing on the bottom, made in Hong Kong. Fun World Incorporated. Yeah, it's, one of those push puppets. He's really cute. Yeah, I don't know why I don't recall seeing that in Norm's collection before, so he must have just gotten that. You've seen her before. She is a very nice porcelain piece. I'm not big on witches, but she's very happy and smiley and doesn't look like she'd want to scare anybody. So I've hung on to her. I thrifted her at the Goodwill, so cheap. So that's why I ended up with her. And this is also a very unusual one. Oh, I gotta get that light turned on first for you. And this guy is really kind of scary. He looks like he stole the witch's outfit. I don't know, he's quite scary. Very tiny piece. There, that's a lot more fun. I only have 2 lit things. I don't know why all these things I ended up with here didn't really end up being a votive. So there's the other one, a different expression. The other guy's kind of happy looking. This guy is kind of growling. This is very, very cute. Yeah. I don't think that helped much. Yeah, he's really cute. I think I found him. I liked him, but I did share him last year. And I've shared these last year. And this adorable ceramic, really weird guy. He's got black hair. I'm gonna step down. I don't know. There's nothing. Oh, he's actually a pepper. Oh, see his. Oh, he's so cute. Norm likes him too. Barely fits in there. Yeah, I would have liked to seen what the salt looked like. And there's just one lonely ghoul that is glow in the dark. Pez that I've been looking for Pez for only $1 or $2 a piece in many different antique shops. People will have a whole bin full of them. So I started a collection all over again. We've probably had all of these in the early 2000s when we had a very big collection of vintage ones and the new ones. Norm was more interested in finding vintage ones, and it was an investment, and we did sell them all. Had fun doing that when we got tired of the collection, but I'm finding them really cheap right now, and I just think they're really cute. I don't need any old ones. Nope. He's cute. Just a little addition. This is a brand new find just this past week. Very fun little tiny piece. I knew I would be using it here, of course, because I wanted to give you something new to look at. And there's that ghost I told you about, and I have shared these rag dolls, burlap, salt and pepper. I had mentioned in several other videos showing them in the kitchen that I had painted their bows orange. They weren't painted at all. I believe they were just the same color. But I still think they're kind of creepy. So I purposely made their bows orange, and that is the tiniest little hobbyist ceramic jack-o'-lantern I have that you can barely get a battery votive in it. It is so small. And I found that many years ago. It is so little. And this guy's funny. Got a lot of different kinds like that up in the dining room for this Halloween that I'll be showing you. I didn't end up finding anywhere for one of 2 trees. I did find a place for the other tree that I found both of these last year at Shalom. Found a lot of neat things at Shalom last year, not this year. And found this tiny little one. It's very small, baby, compared to the other ones I have that have pipe cleaners for legs and arms. So that's hobbyist. But it kind of looked fun with the tree because of the brown pipe cleaners. Yeah, I like the other one too. That's in the living room. It's bigger than this one. This is pretty little. I hope you can see the spooky looking face on it. I'm very happy with how this turned out, and I'll back off so you can see it, the whole thing. On this shelf up here, I always love putting some of my small cats, and there's one dog there, and another one. Yes, each shelf has a little dog on it. I really like all 3 of them. I'll show you up close because they're pretty fun. Now the other cats, of course, I've thrifted everything. There is one pale porcelain cat that I've shown before with this collection, and probably with other cats and dogs on a normal holiday. I do pack all of them away for Halloween. None of these are kept out for any other display. I thought maybe I could go to Hobby Lobby and find some very nice wide Halloween, they don't have Halloween, fall ribbon. This is 2 rows put together. Even though it's wide ribbon, it's still not enough. I don't know if it's like 2.5 inch wide, but it worked really well. It lays very flat. It's heavy ribbon, very heavy. It's not your typical satiny ribbon with wire in it. I didn't want any wire. That would have been a real pain. So I thought that this one spool of this wide glittery ribbon was going to be enough, but it wasn't. I was short, so Norm ran back to Hobby Lobby, which is just a very, very short distance from our house. It's very nice and handy, probably too handy, but he knew right where we had picked up the one roll, so he got the last 2 that were left. I ended up then cutting 6 pieces. So I overlapped the top one from the back piece, and you can't tell as much that way as if I had done it just the opposite. If I had the front piece underneath, then you'd probably see that back piece sticking up a little bit. We found this back in the fabric area, not in their seasonal section where people would be making wreaths, and you need that wire for shaping your big bows for wreaths. So yeah, this was in the fabric section. I have shared this cute little kitty before. All of these are thrifted, even this adorable Japan cat and dog, which I've shared many times. They're just wonderful for Halloween. So that is dog number 1, and the little Fabergé cat, I believe. The loop would have held a perfume bottle. I think it was Hypnotique. And I put the bow on it. Yeah, the bow was in terrible condition when I found it at the thrift store. And I put eyes on this set of 3 cats. There's only 2 of them right here. The third one is up on the top shelf, crouching. And I love that teeny tiny little open ceramic jack-o'-lantern. It's so little. I think that's probably my tiniest one. Yeah, this is small too, but it's a little bigger than that one. And this one is also very small, but it's a salt or pepper single that I had found. So this cat was beige and very ugly, and I've shared in the past that I had Norm spray painted and put some more of those little sticker fish lure eyes on this cat, as well as the 2 down below here that I was talking about putting eyes on them. Only this one was an early find, so I ended up with green eyes on that one. Didn't have very many green eyes left. I guess I've been using them here and there on other things, like maybe little birds, or I don't know. Oh, I gotta light up this lantern. That's a really fun item. Our dinner was ready, so the timer went off on the oven, and I needed to stop the first part of this video. So now I had to relight everything upstairs here and continue on. This was a tiny little white cat set from Goodwill, and it's another set that I had already mentioned last year that Norm spray painted them for me, and I put some more of the little fish eyes on. This one's more orange eyes, and this one was more yellow. Didn't have enough orange eyes to go around. But I just found this little dog, and it is ceramic. I could not believe, I really think this was from a thrift store. I was so surprised, and he was pretty grungy. Yeah, I had to carefully try to clean him up. He is so cute. I could not believe that I found that. I knew immediately he was going to be sitting with my black kitty cats on this shelf for Halloween. That was a very wonderful find. And this one is plastic salt or pepper. It has the same identical dog for the set, but this was a single that I found somewhere years ago. So he's adorable. So that's the 3 dogs, 1 black Scotty and 2 hounds that are in orange. And that was also a fun Goodwill find. As I said, I've shared these before. I've seen, again, maybe a couple more of these Avon cat bottles. The head is plastic with the collar part, but the body is glass, and that was a thrift, and I think I've seen another 1 or 2 since, and I already had this crouching one that went with the set. It came that way, a flat black, and I'd love to have them shiny. I'm not crazy about having some of these flat, like this is another, I doubt that this is a hobbyist one. You never know, but it is older, and I do love this very muted little salt or pepper. So I love this collection. I hope you enjoyed seeing them again with some new additions. Oh, I didn't talk about this. I don't know, that could have, boy, did I find that at a thrift store? Yeah, it's getting lit up quite a bit by the lantern, but it's just got green eyes and the red collar or bow on it. It is painted, and it's Japan. It's, yeah, upside down always, red clay. I may have found that at the thrift store. It's salt, but I was lucky to find it. Well, I hope you don't mind that I've gone over some of the same ones again. There's a lot of new people always in a year's time, and we are so grateful for you, new ones. Thank you for subscribing and watching and commenting. We are very happy to have you join the rest of the wonderful, wonderful friends that have been with us since the beginning, mostly. Yes, we thank you all. Here's what it looks like with some of the candles going and just some light from downstairs. Thought I'd give you that look first before I go up the stairs. That is an ugly jack-o'-lantern down there. Very, very ugly. He's got 3 candles in him. Now those 2 huge, heavy cats. The red one, Norm just spray painted it for me maybe a couple weeks ago at least. That's my big Royal Hager black cat on the bottom there. His ears just barely fit underneath the bookcase. I took away at least half of my radios and just left a light orange, a bittersweet orange, and a red one there, so I could fit in some more of the black cats that we have. The orange cat on the other side I've had for at least a year. I did decide to do red and orange up here because I have a brand new piece on the top up there that's huge. I thought I would go nuts when I found this peacock up there. Oh my, wait till you see the colors on it. Red and bright orange and black. Crazy for a peacock, huh? I was very, very fortunate to find that. So I'm going to turn the light back on and we'll go up and look at that beautiful bird and some of the kitties. I'll start with this. Did I say that was 60s? I believe. I bought in Anoka at the big White House. This woman I mentioned when I showed the wicker and caning wall pocket on our front door that was bright orange. I mentioned that she had both of these and they were $12 each. Norm and I thought they were both really cool. I have never seen this sconce before. Have you? It's pretty ornate. Yeah, I can't imagine what color it might have been. Just kind of an off-white, like a lot of them are. And what would that be considered? Wrought iron? It's kind of, yeah. It's certainly not wicker, but just look at the really fun design. But I ended up with these two glass ones in these fun wire candle sconces, and this has been on our door in other years. I found it in Harmony, Minnesota, like downtown Harmony. There was a small shop. It was very fun. I love it. It is definitely wrought iron look. Yep, that's really fun. And I did a little red touch because of this just fabulous, huge peacock that I have been saving for something. I kind of thought I would have it in the living room for a fall video, but I didn't do it. I got to thinking it would be very fun to show you for Halloween. Once I decided to use that red cat out in the front entrance, I thought, well, I can carry that idea of using some red here and there for Halloween this year. So I'm just loving this. It is really something, and if I turn it around, I don't know that you're gonna really see any less of spectacularness. Maybe it's even more amazing on this side. I guess I really like that, but I think I'd have to take 2 photos and look at the photos side by side and see if there's a side on it that I like better. There's definitely some curls in the tail down there, but isn't that just amazing? We went to Nostalgia, and it was, was that in the spring? They were having a significant reduction in everybody's booth, up to even 50% off, because they had to move. They were in Hudson, Wisconsin, just off the freeway, and we were getting ready to leave because they were going to close. I mean, it was just a matter of 20 minutes maybe before they were going to closed, and I was still running around in the back of the store. And I spotted this and thought I would go nuts. Norm was already up front, checking out. They were wrapping up things. It's not marked. So they were so sweet, and they said, well, we'll call her and leave a message. I don't know if they texted her too, but when they waited and we were completely, written up and bagged up with everything, and we told them, it's not too far that we can't come back tomorrow or whenever you find out anything to get it, because I definitely want it. And they said, okay, yeah, that's fine. So wouldn't you know, we were just getting ready to walk out because it was closing time, and the lady called back, and I got a deal. Just unreal. And she said, yes, we'll give the discount. Oh, was I thrilled. Yep. No, I hope you like it as much as I do. That is just wild. Wild. Okay, so these are just three radios that, like I said, I kept up here so I could squeeze some more kitty cats in. Norm has painted all of these for me. And early on, I didn't have glass eyes. I am perfectly happy with their fun orange glitter eyes. Some are a little different. Some are just glittered, and this one is faceted little gemstones. This is a tiny little gemstone, not as sweet, but I hand painted the orange ball, of course, after Norm spray painted it. And I'm gonna have to get down on the floor here, so hold on. Same with these three. I think that one on the left may have been a different one. I don't know that I found it with these two. I think it was just a lonely little beige cat, and these were probably white, but I had glass eyes by then, so those are my tiniest glass eyes. Very happy with those, finding two pairs or yeah. Yep. So I love those, even though they're furry little ones instead of being your spooky looking Halloween cats. This one I've shared probably several times now. You can see my reflection. How silly, huh? Yeah, that was supposed to be a wax warmer, I guess, but that part was missing. I thrifted it. Those eyes are painted on there. I could put some very fun glass ones in if I wanted green eyes, something different. And this is an old pair of gemstones. And this cat is very, very heavy. So Norm did not paint the big one. He did the little one next to it, the skinny one. And that's probably part of a set, but that's all there was at the thrift store, was the one cat. And I also ended up with the jewel faceted eyes on my Hager cat. I did not have glass ones at the time. I could maybe change them because that is, a real ceramic piece. It's not painted, so I won't lose any paint trying to peel them off. But this was from Wild Vintage Collective, when they were called that, a couple years ago at least. And I've tried black votives for the eyes, but the one in the middle is just an orange looking candle down below that you can just put the pumpkin over it. But yeah, this guy's pretty creepy with a crooked nose. Very, very nutty. Very crazy. Oh, And so the red cat, I just changed its eyes today. I had smaller ones on it, glass eyes, and I thought it looked really puny. They don't fit in there, the size that I put in. They don't fit in that slot they made for the eyes, the slit, I should say. But I had that same size already in the orange cat, and I kind of thought I was doing the right size, but I wasn't. So just a little while ago, I peeled off the other ones and put on a new pair. So those are green, and these are green. Yep. I hope you also find this interesting. I put a couple of votives that I found this year and one last year that I thought were going to match. They aren't a match, but they're similar. I still was thrilled to find the second one. I think that was just recently at Family Pathways, and you haven't seen the video yet. I had a lot of fun at the North Branch one. Wow. So I will turn the lights back on because I want you to see the colors of everything. You've seen these two cats before. This one was not in the front entrance because it's very different, very speckled, and I know that it does come with another cat that they've been seen in pairs. I've got a pair in the living room that Norm just spray painted for me, but this one is just an odd one. I found it at the Pink Elephant antique shop in downtown Hopkins, Minnesota, and was so tickled. It's just adorable. These two, I thrifted both of them, and they weigh a ton. I did see maybe one or two of them for sale on the internet, and I was shocked at what they were asking for them. They really glow. I didn't know anything about them. I just thought they were very cool, and I couldn't resist getting both of them. They look wonderful in our living room window, and that's where I had them. But I just a little while ago decided I needed to have a couple of smaller little jack-o'-lanterns up here for the kitty cats. Yeah, they would look so much nicer in the window. But it is acrylic, and I can't tell you anything about them. But now this, I decided to add my newest purchase of this adorable black poodle. The bottom says Sally written on the bottom. So I'm assuming a hobbyist did it. It's just got cute little eyes, a very fancy gold collar, and she gave her red toenails. They're not bright. I could make them brighter, but I don't care about that. Yeah, and I really wanted to elevate the biggest cat, so I had some height. Otherwise, they were ending up fairly close in height, the three of them. Even though that middle one is a bigger cat, it still wasn't real tall. It was about the same, so the book helped. Last minute decision. Now this was a new find. I do not know where I found it. It is so cute. It could be a hobbyist one too. The collar is got indentations in it that I could glue some. I have some tiny little crystals. They're small enough they would work well, and they are flat in back. I love these little tiny blow mold. Are they party favors? Probably. They're real small, and I thrift them. I just picked up this one and another orange one and a green one this year. They're so cheap. Yep, and you've seen this cat last year and the one that went with it that Norm spray painted. I was thrilled to have some orangey, crazy looking glass eyes for both of them. I really like them. That one even has a white dot. Some of the pairs of these glass eyes have white dots. this was my older one, and its eyes are clear. So you see the orange candle that I put in there actually that's glowing. But I found this, the eyes are painted yellow in this one, so it doesn't matter if you put a white, or you should put a white candle in there to make it glow better. Yep, they're different. I'm thrilled whenever I find these older votives. They are getting more desirable too. And I love my orange cats. I've shared them already, even in the summer living room video. I had orange and turquoise and black and white. So I had to drag out my little kitties. This one has very fun green eyes, and they are a nice starburst design on these. Yeah, I just really love them. So I didn't have two pair of green, I guess, that matched. Love them. Yeah, and I painted this chalkware owl years ago. It was very, very plain, and I fixed it up and put more emphasis on the green leaves and added all the gold on it. So you would say I gilded it. That's a word I hardly ever use. Yeah, I really like it now. It was not in the greatest shape, but it's very fun to me now, especially to bring out for Halloween. And this picture went well with it. It is by Copper Craft Guild, and I have two of them. I was so fortunate to find this match. The other one that I found first has only one owl on it, and I found that many, many years ago. But just a couple years ago now, I found this at Wild Vintage Collective. It was like way high up on the wall where they had lots of pictures. I had no idea how much it was going to be, but it was just perfect. So sweet. It's a copper plate on the back and very dimensional plastic frame too. Yeah, I'm thrilled to have it. And they are in the bedroom, my owl bedroom, on both sides of a major centerpiece that I have not shared with you guys yet. That's a very exciting major mid-century clock. Great big one. Really love it. Oh, I can't wait to show you. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts for being so fun to have for friends on YouTube. Thank you for everything you do for us to help our channel grow. And thank you and welcome to all of you newbies. We are thrilled. And we're certainly wishing you a very fun October and Halloween. Don't eat too much candy. See you later.